Hi, Pal One. This is your reading on how do people view you based on your appearance. So, Pal One, we have the Knight of Wands, Ten of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Two of Wands. So, based on your appearance, people view you as somebody who is really delicate. You are somebody who tiptoes around situations. I'm getting the way you walk. Some of you all could walk on your tiptoes. Others of you all, you just step very delicately. You walk around with this dainty persona. They see you as someone who knows their worth, knows their values, and you won't hesitate to separate yourself from situations that seem like they'll be troublesome or seems like it will cause chaos or it'll put you in a situation that's unfavorable or unbecoming of you. A lot of people see you as someone who is meant for more than the environments you're in. So even if you're in a nice part of town, people are like, is this someone who could be famous? Is this someone who could be an educator? Is this someone who has a lot of followers, has a lot of likes? Is this someone who is a major influencer? Is it? Okay, yeah. You all don't fit in wherever you are. And even if you travel to other places, you still don't fit in. Like, your looks set you apart from other people. You tend to stick out like a sore thumb, but I'm hearing it's because you're meant to stick out like a sore thumb no matter where you are. Like, it doesn't matter. You couldn't blend into the crowd if you tried. And that's the thing. A lot of people see you as somebody who tries to tiptoe around or try to have a low profile or try to be cool and I'm not saying you try to be cool like you try to fit in, which I guess that is what I'm saying, but not in a sense where you're trying to be somebody you're not. You just try to keep a low profile, but you're standing out no matter what. You're always going to be different. Some of you all is based on your appearance. So you literally have a different race than majority of the people around you, or a different race than the places that you go. Others of you all, it's just something about who you are on the inside. Because even if you are around people who look like you, who are of the same race, you still wouldn't fit in. And a lot of you all have experienced that before. Others of you all, I'm also getting that based off of your appearance, people see you as motivated to get somewhere, which ties back into that energy of you looking like somebody who's meant for more or meant for more than where you are. You seem like you're driven to achieve more. You appear like you're driven to go after something different from what you've experienced in your past. Also, people see you as someone on the slimmer side, as petite or shorter. There's something about you appearing smaller than you are, but your presence is loud. For those of you all who aren't petite or short or slim, or dainty, you can have small facial features like small eyes or a small button nose. Some of you all have thinner lips, smaller lips. It doesn't matter what your culture is or what your background is or what your race is. I'm just picking up on these features. For somebody in this pal, people view you as somebody who has larger extremities than they expected, or you have large extremities for your body's frame. So you could be a smaller or shorter than average person, but you have large hands or large feet. You could have small ankles but large calves. You could have a shorter torso but long legs, long arms. Yeah. And overall, people just view you as somebody who doesn't associate with situations or people that aren't on your level, or who may come across as being a bit abrasive, or who has a more aggressive personality or behavior. If something comes across as trashy or lower vibrational, you're not for it. Also, people view you as somebody who doesn't compete with the same sex as you. So if you're a woman, you don't try to measure up to other women. If you're a man, you don't try to measure up to other men. If you're non-binary, you don't try to fit into any category. You see yourself as an individual and you stand out like an individual. They see you as somebody who won't be burdened by people who like to get entangled in a lot of different connections. They see you as somebody who won't be burdened by people that are messy or mixy. People who have no plans for the future. Because it's one thing if you are polygamous, or it's one thing if you connect with different people, but you maintain strict boundaries, or you set standards for those connections, and you handle yourself and other people with grace. No, these are the type of people who have no plan for situations that they get involved with. And these are the type of people that you run away from. Yeah, based on your appearance, people see you as an asset. And so there's no reason for you to even be involved in situations or be around people that have nothing of value or who don't offer anything of value. You don't take part in foolish situations. You're very good at ghosting. Also, based on your appearance, people view you as somebody that they won't see again. Yeah, like it's a wild card for you to even be around. They appreciate being able to see you or being able to spot you, but you're on to bigger and better things, or you're moving on to a better situation for yourself. Based on your appearance, they view you as somebody who doesn't like loud noise, loud people, extreme situations, extreme circumstances. You are somebody who likes peace. And if I did not say this before, they see you as somebody who could be visiting, and if not visiting, they see you as somebody who could be from out of town, out of state, out of the country. They also view you as somebody who could like to gain knowledge about different people's culture, or you like to learn about history. So they see you as somebody who could like to visit historical sites. They see you as somebody who would enjoy tours, or somebody who likes to be educated. Yeah, I'm getting a laid back, quiet type that's just on an adventure to expand your knowledge, to expand your understanding of the world around you. Like you're on a quest to see what life has to offer. Your focus is now on other people, or your focus is not getting caught up on connections and parties and having fun. It's about broadening your horizons. And so with that, I'm going to leave it there. I thank you for stopping by and checking in. If you're interested in a personal reading, that information is down below in the description box. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, goodbye. Hi, Pal 2. This is your reading on how do people view you based on your appearance. So, Pal 2, based on your appearance, you come across as somebody who has a sweet personality. I'm getting the smile on your face, the way you carry yourself. You could be the type of person who will hold the door open for others. Or if you're passing by a mirror and you and somebody else happen to look at it at the same time, or look in it at the same time and catch eye contact, you're the type of person who would smile, or just as they're passing by, you give some type of friendly gesture. And so based off of your verbal body language and your facial expressions, people see you as somebody who's nice, who's sweet, somebody who's very magnetic, somebody who's very charming. You also come across as being very mannerable, somebody who stands by the truth, who lives by the truth. You seem like an upright, honest human being, person, citizen. Based off your appearance, you come across as somebody who would volunteer your time or volunteer a handkerchief. And for me to say handkerchief, you come across as somebody who would help out the elderly, somebody who would give a wise words of encouragement, somebody who recognizes the power of seeing other people for who they are and seeing the light within them. You come across as somebody who uplifts other people, and just by being in your presence, you have the ability to uplift somebody else's spirit. If somebody was having a bad day, or if somebody was feeling low, just by viewing you, they now feel better. You are seen as someone who has a powerful effect on other people. People who once were caught up in their emotions now feel invigorated just based off of, or just based on your appearance, just based on seeing you. People who once had an icebox where their heart used to be now feel warm again, now feel connected again. Others of you, if people are the type of people who spot people as competition, you're the type of person that shows them how much of a burden that is just based on your appearance. So let me give an example. Say for instance, you're at a gas station and you drive up in a really nice car. Now I'm hearing that song, I Got a Pocket Full of Sunshine. So you drive up in a nice car. You may even be listening to a higher vibrational song like A Pocket Full of Sunshine. I think that's by Natasha Bedingfield. And you could be singing. You could have a pep in your step. You could be flashing a smile to strangers you come across. And other people who may not have a nice car, who may be driving a beat up car, who may be driving, what they call it, a Pinto, they see you, and whereas before that would have sparked jealousy in them, or whereas before when they saw somebody drive up in your type of car, they would have felt like, oh, I gotta one up them, or I gotta compete against them. Even if they're not driving a hoopty, they may be driving a car that's the same make and model, just a few years older than yours. And normally they would go into competitive mode and feel like, oh, I gotta work to get a better car. But for some reason, the way you come across makes them feel like they're happy for you and your accomplishments. It's like, look at that clean brother. Look at that clean sister. Right on. I don't know why I keep talking like I'm from the 60s or 70s in this pile. It's so funny. There's something about that. You come across as being mature. So whereas people, when people assume that you're from an older generation, or you were raised by people from an older generation, a generation that instilled values into people. Oh, a time where people were nicer to one another. A time when people cared for each other. A time when people were more thoughtful in their interactions and just about the community overall. You remind them of that era. Yeah, based on your appearance, people view you as somebody who others would be blessed to have a relationship with or have a connection with. They see you as somebody who represents your community or your culture or your family or your friends or your organization or your business well. Now I'm getting an energy of somebody who comes into a certain building or a certain space and you're wearing a work uniform, and the way you conduct yourself, the customer service that you provide reminds them of how people used to treat customers and the community members before it was all about corporate greed, before it was about profit. Based on your appearance, pal, too, people view you as somebody who is the type of person to come in with good news or spread good cheer or bring fortune wherever you go. Like, just by meeting this person, just by meeting Pal 2, I could come into contact with somebody who could change my life. Just by meeting Pal 2, they could give me words of wisdom that would change my life or change my perspective. Just by seeing Pal 2, it's something about you being a good omen or a good sign of things to come. Yeah, Pal 2, it's almost like you represent kindness in the world. Or the reason why the way you show up makes people view you as a good omen or a good sign is because the kindness that you carry in your spirit, in your aura, in the way that you connect with other people, or the way you just walk through this world and interact, represents hope that there is still hope in this world. It represents that there is still positivity in this life. It represents that things could work out in people's favor. It represents that there are still opportunities for blessings to come about. There is an opportunity to be in good health. There is an opportunity to meet kind people. There is an opportunity for romance to exist. There is an opportunity for respect to be in this world. There is still an opportunity for happiness and love. Yeah. So I'm going to leave it there, Pal 2. I thank you for stopping by and checking in. If you're interested in a personal reading, that information is down below in the description box. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, goodbye. Hi, Pal 3. This is your reading on how people view you based on your appearance. So, Pal 3, you got Lioness and the Mountains, Mid, Underground, Believe, and On That Midnight Train to Georgia for your oracle cards. Baby, Pal 3, based on your appearance, people view you as somebody who has been through some things and you have lived to tell the story, honey. People view you as somebody who could be stressed out, or you went through some stressful times and now you're trying to cope, now you're trying to relax. Some of you all could be smokers. Some of you all, people just view you as somebody who would smoke. I'm really getting this energy of people who are tired, or people who have been overwhelmed, or people who have been stressed out in the past, people who've been through the wire. And this has led you to believe in things that other people don't necessarily believe in. So other people could view you as a conspiracy theorist. I don't know. You could wear shirts, or you could have bumper stickers, or you could have signs or laptop stickers that symbolize you being a conspiracy theorist or having an alternative viewpoint. People also view you as somebody who is into underground music, the underground scene. I'm getting underground societies. Again, with this alternative energy, like the stuff you've seen, experienced, been through, or know about is stuff that the average person couldn't even imagine. People view you as somebody who has a belief system that had to be greater than theirs. I'm also getting an imagination that has to be greater than theirs. And for others of you, it's like you had to have imagination in order to believe that there could be something greater or more than what you've seen, or what you've been a part of, or what you've done in the past, or what you've witnessed. They also view you as somebody who has had a lot of faith, or who has found faith for some of you all. Yeah. They view you as somebody who's overcome a lot of tricky situations, or you've dealt with sneaky people, Some of you all, you could come across as sneaky. I'm hearing shifty eyes. There's also something about stealing. I don't know. You all come across as elusive. So people who are judgmental, yeah, like people who are judgmental may see you as being shifty. Whereas other people may just see you as being intriguing. Yeah, some of you all could have tattoos, or you could have crazy colors in your hair. And I'm not saying crazy colors from my perspective, from these people's perspective that are viewing you, it could seem extreme or crazy. So I don't know where you live or the type of people you are around, but if you have purple hair or highlighter pink or blue hair, baby blue hair, then people judge you. If you watch Love After Lockup, I think that's the name of the show. Right now, there's a girl that's dating the guy Arthur on the show. I'm being pictured this couple, and she has pink hair. And I've noticed that a lot of people comment on her hair. So yeah, people could judge you based on your appearance as being out there or different. Yeah. And for me to bring up Arthur too, he has tattoos on his face. He has a whole triangle on his forehead. So some of you all could have visible tattoos that show strange symbolism or that are located in odd places. Yeah. These are people who view you as somebody who had to get it out the mud. Like you come from a tough background, or you come from a dark past, or you come from a heavy struggle. I'm also getting, they see you as somebody who could have come face to face with death, or who has seen death, also involved with death. So I don't know if these people are judging you as being, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I don't know what this is about, but some people are judging you as a criminal, or judging you as being associated with criminals, or just living a life that isn't conventional, or could be seedy, or could be on the dark side. Okay, on a more positive note, some people view you as somebody who could be into comics, or as somebody who's into Marvel, or I think that's still comics, but I'm getting heavy like comic books, cartoons. Other people see you as somebody who is into cosplay. I'm also picking up on Comic-Con. I think that's the name of the convention. Other people see you as somebody who would be great to go out with and have fun with. Yeah, like you could have a really lit personality. Like y'all could go out all night and have a good time. Other people see you as somebody who is authentically you. You're not trying to hide what you've been through or what you've experienced. You wear your heart on your sleeves, or you wear your life experiences on your sleeves. You just show up in the world as you are. You aren't somebody who's trying to show up as a representative. Other people see you as somebody who is tough. Somebody who's been able to stand the test of time. Somebody who's been able to stand their ground in the midst of a tough society, in the midst of a tough life. Somebody who's able to keep living. Somebody who's able to keep pushing forward, even though you were born into circumstances, or you put yourself into circumstances, whatever your story is, that could have had you stuck. Others of you, you just come across as really young. Like they see you as somebody who is a Gen Z, or somebody who's in touch with the younger population or the younger generation. They see you as somebody who's very youthful, somebody who's exciting, somebody who's still learning a thing or two about life, somebody who's just going through a transitional time. Yeah, a lot of you all, like they see you as somebody who is just in the thick of the storm, or in the midst of the storm. And I'm picking up on the energy of, whereas one group of people may judge you, Other people who understand the cycles of life just see you as somebody who is just learning about life. You're learning about yourself. You're going through phases. You're going through cycles. Yeah, and I keep getting this energy of fairy tales and belief. They view you as somebody who has some type of imagination. You'll know what that means based on how you appear. I don't know if you like cartoons or you wear cosplay or you dress up in characters, or I don't know what that's about, but that's a heavy energy there. Others of you, they see you as somebody who's a really big fan of a particular artist or of a particular movie or some type of culture or some type of organization. Like, I'm picking up on K-pop fans. Some of you all are Barbs. Others of you all, you're really into, I got Harajuku. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Excuse me if I'm mispronouncing it. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there, Pal 3. I thank you for stopping by and checking in. If you're interested in a personal reading, that information is down below in the description box. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, goodbye. Hi, Pal 4. This is your reading on how do people view you based on your appearance. So, Pal 4, what I'm getting for your pal is that Spirit wanted to go deeper with you. So, I set the intention for this reading to be about how people view you based on your appearance at first glance. It was meant to be more so, how do you show up in the world, or when people just form an idea about you based on how they see you, not necessarily based on the people that know you. But for your pal, the interesting thing that's coming up is these are people who don't know you personally, but they know about you. These are people who have been around you. These are people who have been around people that you know. And so what I'm getting from this is these are people who have possibly heard about you and then they just view you on social media, or they've heard about you and they just see you in passing. They've heard about you and they've randomly come across you. And the way they view you based on your appearance is that you're in your villain era. You're in your comeback era. You are in a position where you are reclaiming your throne. You have this fire within you, and you're not afraid of expressing it. You are not afraid of putting yourself out there. With this 8 of Wands, I'm getting you're not afraid to speak sharply with people. I'm getting spit fire. So there's this energy of saying what needs to be said, speaking your mind, telling the blunt truth. Like they view you as somebody who would do that. Almost like they have to tread lightly if they come across you, because you won't hold back with this 4 of Pentacles. You come across as somebody who is very free-spirited. Somebody who's not afraid to do and say things that are shocking. They view you as somebody who is very risky, very daring. You could dress in a riskier manner, or they could see you doing something that seems very shocking to them, and you aren't afraid of being ostracized. You aren't afraid of being put in a corner because other people are uncomfortable with how you're showing up. You're showing up as somebody who puts fear into other people. And these are people who are afraid to be seen as unconventional, or they're afraid to be in the spotlight. They're afraid to shake the table. They're afraid to be too bold, too outspoken. They're afraid to speak on certain public issues or public topics, but you aren't. You are being seen as somebody who grasps the bull by the horns. And now I'm hearing mechanical bull, bucking. Like, yeah, you're seen as somebody who doesn't mind bucking the system, bucking against somebody who tries to put you in a box. Also, you're being viewed as somebody who is magical, somebody who's into magic, somebody who has occult knowledge, somebody who knows things that other people don't know and are afraid to know. Yeah, it's like you're in this era where you're not afraid to risk it all to get to the bottom of the truth or even to expose the truth. Yeah, you're being viewed as somebody who will speak the truth, somebody who will shed light on lies and deceit, somebody who is taking back control. You're seen as somebody who's very powerful. And a part of your power is coming from the way you're showing up as somebody who will speak your mind, who will call a spade a spade. You're also coming across as very attractive. People view you as being very sexually attractive, almost to the point where you're hypnotizing other people. Some people can see you as vain because they see you as being this attractive. They see you as somebody who has a certain image to uphold, and you use this to your advantage. Again, this is a part of what makes you powerful. Certain people view you as toxic because, again, you don't follow the rules, or they view you as somebody who doesn't follow the rules, who isn't afraid of sacrificing relationships and opportunities and situations in order to step into the truth, in order to shed light on what's really going on, the reality of situations, who people really are behind their mask. You're being viewed as somebody who's very tempting. You're being viewed as somebody who could be seen as a certain vice for certain people. So, for instance, if you have a public platform, you're being viewed as somebody who others are dependent on listening to, dependent on looking up to for advice or for the next actions to take or for hope, for encouragement, for strength. You're being recognized as somebody who is very intelligent. And because of your intelligence, you're able to recognize the wounds that other people hold. And because you can recognize this and you can speak light on it, you can bring clarity to those situations. You can speak the truth on it. You're able to help these people heal from these wounds. You're being viewed as somebody who's able to help people break free from their vices, break free from codependent relationships, break free from toxicity. So the people who are viewing you as toxic are the people who are toxic themselves. But the people who you have helped, or the people who have needed assistance with seeing beneath the veil, who have needed assistance with understanding the reality of situations, to them, they view you as somebody who is a healer, is a helper, as somebody who helps them restore their livelihood, as somebody who gives them the keys to success. People also view you as being emotional, but you use your emotions to fuel you. You use your emotions to empower you. You use your emotions to connect with your intuition, to support your strong psychic abilities. Some of you all are clairsentient. You can feel when the energy shifts in the room. You can feel when something is not right. You can feel how others feel. Yeah, they view you as somebody that's living in your purpose. They view you as somebody who's actually very popular. They view you as somebody who has character. They view you as somebody who is in a leadership position. And I'm hearing that quote, they need people like me to be the bad guy. Yeah, like if it takes you being the bad guy to be the person who's going to talk about what's really going on, who's going to expose the darkness, who's going to speak about the ills of society, then okay. you'll be the bad guy. And so with that, I'm going to leave it there. I thank you for stopping by and checking in. If you're interested in a personal reading, that information is down below in the description box. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, goodbye.